everyone, my name is Cameron Council. I am a sophomore research fellow through the Civil War Institute at Gettysburg College, and today I am here along Cemetery Ridge in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Today I'm going to be talking about a story of a group of men who were deemed unmanly after a crushing surrender during an earlier part of the war. For the 126th New York Volunteer Regiment, they were deemed the Harper's Ferry Cowards after they had to surrender at the Battle of Harper's Ferry. This relates to the greater themes of masculinity during the American Civil War and what exactly constitutes a loss of honor in the first place. The 126th first encounter with battle occurred at the Battle of Harper's Ferry that lasted from September 12th to the 15th, 1862. Confederate General Robert E. Lee saw Harper's Ferry, which was in Virginia at the time, now West Virginia after it became a state in 1863. He saw this spot as a strategic place to capture because it was the joining spot of two rivers, the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, as well as the surrounding mountains of the Blue Ridge mountain chain. Lee sent his generals, notably Stonewall Jackson, to surround the main town of Harper's Ferry from the surrounding hillsides of Maryland Heights, Loudon Heights, and Schoolhouse Ridge. This is where the 126th New York comes into play. They had only been active for 21 days prior to this engagement, as they had been mustered in late August of 1862. Leadership in 19th century warfare was a big deal. These officers had to represent the highest qualities of masculinity, bravery, and stoicism. They also had to inspire the men beneath them to follow their lead. So, when the 126th lost this sense of leadership, many of them quickly fled, and this is when things started to go downhill. The garrison's commander, Colonel Dixon Miles, was absolved to do whatever he could to protect the ferry, even if that meant using mass amounts of ammunition and sacrificing his men's lives. However, as the Union continued to be surrounded, Colonel Miles saw the futility of the situation and quickly decided to surrender. As David Silkenat writes, this sense of betrayal seemed most pronounced in the soldiers who had yet to fire a shot during the siege, and among those who had only recently enlisted. To surrender in their inaugural experience in combat, they worried, suggested that they lacked the masculine discipline to face combat bravely. Now, they gained the nickname of the Harper's Ferry Cowards because their surrender wasn't seen as honorable. There were some cases in the Civil War in which surrender could be honorable if the officers had careful discretion and also a great consideration for the potential risk of life if the fighting were to continue. critics believed that Dixon Miles' actions were out of cowardice and panic. Northern newspapers and an eventual investigation believed that, quote, Colonel Miles' incapacity, amounting to almost imbecility, led to the shameful surrender of this important post. So while these men received the nickname of cowards, Miles wasn't even alive to hear his name being slandered, as he was killed in the formal process of surrender during the Battle of Harper's Ferry.